Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is SAIFUL'S, an assistant teacher of Punujadu High School, Rhino Novar, and you are most welcome in my SAIFUL'S English Academy. Dear viewers, there are many students who are very weak in English, who think English as a hard subject till today, who can't pronounce any words accurately, who can do spelling any words accurately, who are unable to change narration from direct to indirect, who are unable to change passage narration, who are unable to change voice from active to passive, who have various kinds of problem in various kinds of grammatical system, my dear students. There are some students who can't know how to form a text question, how to form a sentence, how to write a paragraph, how to write a composition, how to write an application, how to write an email, how to use pronunciation, how to use capitalization, and various kinds of problem in English grammar. Dear viewers, after all, there are some for students who can to learn English in a renowned coaching center and various kinds of purpose, various kinds of category students. I want to dedicate my video classes so that they can remove all the weakness of English watching my video classes. My dear learners, with this purpose, I have uploaded various kinds of class in my previous classes in my YouTube channels. My dear viewers, in my previous classes, you were told about what's a sentence, classification of sentence, purpose of a sentences, classifications of a verb at a primary stage, and already I have discussed at least 12 rules of changing sentence or transformation of sentence from simple to complex to compound. Dear learners, hope that you watched my video classes beautifully, and my dear viewers, with the reference of my previous classes, I have been present in front of you today's class with our new arrangement of changing sentence or transformation of sentence from simple to complex to compound. So, my dear viewers, now let's take a look at the board and try to understand. My dear viewers, I have written part 3. Today's class lesson is titled Part 3, from simple to complex to compound. My dear viewers, in this role, I have tried to make you understand one kinds of rules of simple sentence. If any simple sentence possessed to slash in slash at plus and according to what rule you will have to transform such kinds of statement or simple sentence into complex and compound sentence. My dear viewers, take a look at the board box of this board and try to understand. If any simple sentence possessed to slash in slash at plus, you'll have to use first beginning of the statement. It is plus time dot where at the time of changing such kinds of simple sentence into complex sentence. My dear viewers, and at the time of compound sentence, at the time of changing compound sentence, you'll have to use and instead of where. My dear viewers, take a look at the board and try to understand. I have written a sentence in the board. My dear viewers, Rohim did a good job in America. My dear learners, at first think about and try to be sure this sentence is a complex sentence, is or not, my dear learners. But I can ensure you this statement is of course a simple sentence because this sentence possesses one subject and one finite verb. And according to the definition of simple sentence, a simple sentence is a sentence where there is a subject and a finite verb. Of course, you have understood clearly, my dear viewers, from my previous classes. Now, my dear, start writing or solving this problem. So, write down at first, it is. Then, place of this statement, America. Yet plus America, and then write where. where then Rohim did a, a good job. But we'll have to use here in this statement here, my dear learners. Thank you very much. I hope that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, now think about how many person in this statement is possessed. I can say, my dear learners, this sentence has two portion. One portion, it is America, and another was a hire him did a good job, my dear learners. My dear learners, of course, one person is of course simple sentence, my dear learners. I can say this statement has two portion. This statement has two portion. One portion it is America, of course, principal clause, and another portion where Rohim did a good job. Here, of course, subordinate clause. My dear learners, I want to know from you why it's this portion is a principal clause. Of course, you can reply in this way. At the time will make you understand about the definition of principal clause. It is said that principal clause is a clause where there is a subject and a finite verb. In this sense, this portion is of course principal clause, my dear learners, and another portion of course subordinate clause. Because, my dear learners, at the time of making you understand about the subordinate clause, in my previous classes you are told that if any clause is started with subordinate marker, here where of course a subordinate marker, of course you know that from my previous classes, my dear learners. So in this sense, this portion is of course a subordinate clause. So, my dear learners, now try to think about what category of sentence is this. This sentence is of course a complex sentence, because at the time of making understand about the definition of a complex sentence, you are told that a complex sentence is a sentence where there are a principal clause and a subordinate clause possessed. And according to this sense, according to the definition of complex sentence, this statement is of course a complex sentence. Of that you have understood clearly, my learners, my dear learners. Now try to change the statement into a compound sentence, my dear learners. At the time of making or changing this statement into compound sentence, you'll have to use and instead of then that's enough. So, my dear learners, start writing each army Rika. I will use and instead of where. Next, Rohim did a good job here. Hope that you understood clearly, my dear learners. My dear learners, now you'll have to think about how many portion is this statement possessed. I can say, look at the board and try to understand. This sentence has two portion, my dear learners. One portion, it is America. Another portion, Rohim did a good job, my dear learners, and mixed with the coordinated conjunction and my dear learners, now try to think about this two portion which clause possessed. First portion, of course, principal clause, and second portion is also principal clause, because I can say, my dear learners, at the time of making you understand about the definition of compound sentence, you are told that, my dear learners, a compound sentence is a sentence where there are true principal clause mixed with any coordinating conjunction. And according to this definition, this in this sense, this statement is of course a compound sentence. My dear learners, hope that you have understood clearly, my dear learners. Now I will give you another example for you, my dear learners. So please stay connected with me and try to understand whatever the themes, whatever the rules I want to make you understand, my dear learners. My dear learners, another example is says Abdullah was born in Nogan. my dear learners. Look at the board and try to understand. This sentence possessed preposition in plus plus in plus plus, and if any simple sentence is mixed with in plus plus, you'll have to follow the structure, sir. So, my dear learners, try to use at first. It is, then plus, here plus, no one, no gun, then where, then Abdullah, Abdullah was born. But we'll have to write here in this statement, last of this statement, to express the expression of this statement, my dear viewers. Of that you have understood clearly, my dear learners. Now try to think about how many portion possessed of this statement. I can see, my dear viewers, this sentence has two portion. One portion it is novel, and another portion where Abdullah was born here, my dear learners. Now think about clause. First person, of course, principal clause, and second person, of course, subordinate clause. Now, my dear friends, think about why first person is principal clause and second person is subordinate clause. My dear friends, so that you can reply my questions. My dear friends, I can say first person is of course principal clause, because at the time of making understand about the definition of principal clause, you were told that in my previous classes, my dear learners, a principal clause is a clause where there is a subject and a finite verb. Of course, you have understood clearly, my dear learners. And the second clause, of course, subordinate clause. Why? Because, my dear learners, at the time of making understands, you are told that according to the rules of grammatical, subordinate clause is a clause which clause is started with an subordinate marker. Here, where word of course subordinate marker, and according to this sense, of course, this portion is a subordinate clause. Now think about what categories of sentence is this. I can say, I can assure you, my dear learners, this statement or sentence, of course, complex sentence, because it is said that a complex sentence is a sentence where there are principal clause and a subordinate clause. So, my viewers, hope that you have understood clearly. This statement is, of course, a complex sentence. My dear learners, now at this moment you will have to try to convert or turn such kinds of statement into compound. Dear learners, you will have to use an instead of where at the time of changing the statement into compound sentence. So here, that's right. It is no gun, and Abdullah was born here. My dear learners, now try to think about how many portion possessed of this statement. I can see, my dear viewers, this sentence has two portion. One portion it is Nogan. Another portion is Abdullah was born here, and mixed with middle of the statement, I can say, and some coordinate conjunction. My dear learners, now think about clause. First person, of course, principal clause, and second person, of course, also principal clause. First, why first person is principal clause? Because at the time you understands about the definition of a principal clause, you are told that, my dear learners, if clause possessed one subject and one finite verb, of course, principal clause, and another clause is also principal clause, because this clause has also a subject and a finite verb. And in this sense, according to the definition of principal clause, both clauses are, of course, principal clause. My dear learners, now think about this statement. What categories of sentence is this? I can assure you, my dear learners, this sentence or statement is, of course, a compound sentence, because it is said that a compound sentence is a sentence where there are two principal clause possessed mixed with and is coordinate conjunction. Here in this statement we can say principal clause 1 and principal clause 2, and middle of the statement mixed with the coordinate conjunction. And so my viewers, I can assure you this statement is of course a compound sentence. My dear learners, hope that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, I don't know what the class is. My class is going on good or bad, I don't sure, but I am trying to make you understand various kinds of rules of sentence and its shortcut. In shortcut, my dear learners, hope that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, before ending our today's class, I want to suggest to you, I want to remind you, my dear learners, at the time of watching my video classes, you will have to try to note the things, the rules, what the rules I have understood you clearly, and you'll have to share my video classes more and more to the nearest and farthest friends of you, so that they can be benefited watching my video classes. My dear viewers, of that you are doing so, and you are staying connected with me, my dear viewers. Pray to Allah, so that I can serve you in this way with my video, through my video classes. And my dear viewers, I don't want to lengthen my today's lesson, today's class. No more today. Come to see again. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.